let's cut across to some live images coming in of Donald Trump arriving in Davos. All eyes are on that economic summit. In fact, you have a host of Indian delegates and company chiefs that are present there, the Indian representatives of the Indian government as well. So for India, what does this mean? Of course, Donald Trump, whether he's going to be touching upon the tariff issue, India and US is still charting out that shaping a tariff deal, which details of which we still aren't aware. So will he be touching upon that at all? What else will be Trump talking about? Greenland and his claim to that will also be extensively watched out for. He's spoken. He's likely to possibly speak about the tensions in West Asia, the issues that have erupted in Iran. Trump has already very clearly said that he might just interfere if protests are not handled in a more humane manner. He's in fact in a recent interview already said that in response to a reporter's question, he says, "I will blow up Iran if need be. I will blow up Iran." That's precisely the words he said. So Donald Trump there really posing himself as the savior of the world at this point. What he did in Venezuela and what he intends to do in Iran, and at this point his claim on Greenland. And also remember, all of this he says he's doing because he hasn't got the Nobel Prize, the Nobel Peace Prize. So classic Trump style speech is what is expected. So expect a host of things, including the tariffs that he may be touching upon. Karthikeya is still with us for more on that. Karthikeya, Donald Trump has just landed there in Switzerland amid all those tensions there with the European allies. I've just listed out a few. Tell us a little more. I mean, just in an interview 24 hours ago, he to a US channel has said, I will blow up Iran. That's as plain and simple for what he said when he was asked about Iran and its tensions. He says, I'm willing to blow that country up. Be prepared. So, in your face, Trump, what do you believe he could talk about, touch upon tensions in West Asia? Will he touch upon what's happening in Iran extensively as well?
Oh, absolutely, he can touch upon any issue which he likes. He spoke about he's not getting Nobel Peace Prize. He spoke about the fact that he doesn't care a two hoot about Norway because, despite stopping 8 to 10 wars, he hasn't got the Nobel Peace Prize. So Trump can think anything, Trump can talk about anything, but the Trump has, managed to, he's the president of the strongest country in the world. Imagine this 35-year-old Air Force One had a glitch. He had to go back and then he had to use a military transport plane and he's made it to Davos. So, the speech is delayed by 3 hours. So it was supposed to be 7 p.m. India time. Now it's supposed to be 10 p.m. Now he's in Davos another, I would say, 3 hours till he makes his grand appearance. So entire rescheduling has taken place. Earlier, the Meet the Press would have started Indian time at 6:30 p.m. He would have greeted the other world leaders, and 7 p.m. he would have made his speech. The world actually is waiting very keenly to know actually what President Trump is going to say. But if you look at his Truth Social handle, if you look at the tweets by White House, if you look at the statement he gave, because he's a prolific interview giver, unlike other heads of states, Nabila. I think Trump is giving one interview a week, or maybe 2 interviews a week, and very prolifically, he expresses his thoughts on foreign policy and security issues. So I think it will be around those lines that Donald Trump is going to speak. I don't think it's going to be any different that way. But yes, the world is worried because of Greenland.
Karthikeya, yes. EU chief Ursula von der Leyen has said that Europe is fully prepared to act over Trump's tariff threats. So it seems like Europe at this point coming together as a group to counter Trump, and they're ready and prepared. And the EU chief says it explicitly.
You see, I think Putin and Xi Jinping will be very happy that 2 cousins are fighting. One. Secondly, the Europe can levy tariff on the United States of America. But that's not the real deal. You see, Europe is very, very vulnerable right now. Europe in last 100 years, of I would say 50, 60 years, have undergone a phase of deindustrialization. Manufacturing has moved out to countries like Thailand, Vietnam, India, Bangladesh, China. So it doesn't have that muscular strength. Imagine Europe without NATO forces.